Dear students, welcome to English language online classes. As we completed the first lesson, today we will read the second one, the poem, that is the school boy. This poem is written by the schoolboy, the poem which is written by William Blake, a poet William Blake. Here, William Blake, a poet and painter, was born in Soho, the son of Hosea. He had little formal education but was apprenticed to James Bazaar, an eminent engraver, and then sent to the Royal Academy. His finest work as an artist is the series of Inventions to Book of Job. His collections of poetry include political sketches, songs of innocence, marriage of heaven and hell, and songs of experience. Schoolboy is a lyric form, songs of experience, and he is highly known for songs of innocence and songs of experience. About this writer, the poet, William Blake, he was considered as the eminent poet and painter as well as printer and well-known engraver. Was born in Soho. He was son of Hosea, the one who sells stockings and socks, that are related to cloth business. Had little formal education. It was not possible to get a good formal education because of the family condition and its financial condition. That is why he didn't get good formal education. He had little formal education but was apprenticed to, and he was sent to get training, getting training under James Bazaar, an eminent engraver. Engraver means an artist or the craftsman, one who that designs on surfaces, crafts on surfaces, engraver, and then sent to the Royal Academy. Then he was sent to Royal Academy for higher studies in that particular field. His finest work as an artist, the series Inventions to the Book of Job. His collections of poetry, which includes poetical sketches, songs of innocence, marriage of heaven and hell, songs of experience, and this poem is taken from his songs of experience. This William Blake, he belongs to the school of romanticism or romantic age, and he is one among the 6 big poets of, well-known poets of romanticism, to say William Wordsworth, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, P.B. Shelley, Lord Byron, and another one John Keats. Next, this one William Blake. All these 6 big, eminent, well-known stalwarts of romanticism. And romanticism, they established a new way of looking the life experiences, and they took away this poetry or literature from the classical trend. So in this poem we read about a schoolboy who doesn't wish to get the formal type of education, and here he says the whole experience of learning should not be dull and boring. The experience of learning should be happy. In this poem, the poet speaks the same regarding regarding education system. In this poem, first we will read this poem, then we will discuss about the content. The school boy. I love to rise in a summer morn when the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman winds his horn and the skylark sings with me. The skylark sings with me. See here, skylark sings with me. Oh, what sweet company. Immediately, second stanza. But first stanza is continued with her. But to go to school on a summer morn, oh, it drives all joy away. Under a cruel eye outworn, the little ones spend the day in sighing and dismay. In sighing and dismay. Next, then at times I drooping sit and spend many an anxious hour, nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bower, worn through with the dreary shower. How can the bird that is born for joy sit in a cage and sing? How can a child when fears annoy but droop his tender wing and forget his youthful spring? O father and mother, if buds are nipped and blossoms blown away, and if the tender plants are stripped of their joy in the springy day, but by sorrow and care's dismay, how shall the summer arise in a joy, or the summer's fruits appear, or how shall we gather what griefs destroy, or bless the mellowing air when the blasts of winter appear? Blasts of winter appear. Here we can see all seasons, summer, spring, winter, all these three seasons are mentioned in this poem. Here the poet in this poem we have 6 stanzas divided into 2. First 3 stanzas and the next 3 stanzas. First 3 stanzas, in these stanzas we read what actually child needs, what actually the child requires, or we may consider his likes and dislikes, what he likes or what he doesn't like. First 3 stanzas, and in the next 3 stanzas there we read questions. There are questions. The questions which are asked to the parents or to the society or to this world, whether what the world or elders are doing right or wrong. So it is divided into 2. First 3 stanzas, next 3 stanzas. In the first 3 stanzas we understand what are the likes and dislikes of the school boy. Reference is school boy, and this poem is for all the children, school boy. Okay, then in the next 3 stanzas we read actually what the problem is there in the present system. And moreover, in this poem, the William Blake, he is not opposing education, but he is mentioning the demerits, some drawbacks which are there in the system, the education system, the formal education, that system. He speaks about the system, and hence the child doesn't wish to become a caged bird. A caged bird. The child in this poem, it doesn't wish to become a caged bird. Cage is very beautiful. It's very beautiful. Of course, cage is cage. Whether it is made with gold or any other material, cage is cage. Its duty is the same. So here, we should give life. Education should enhance in that creativity and imagination and his the potential. It should not curtail his imagination power as well as his divine the potence or the energy or the strength or the creativity which was given by the Almighty. So that is why the poem starts with a beautiful stanza, that is the pastoral image of its beautiful nature. It is mentioned, the image which is used here, that is why Romanticism, they appreciated each and everything in the nature. Hence, to consider this one, they are mentioning the beautiful scene, taking the reference of pastoral image of a rural background, and education should enhance as I said, creativity, and should maintain the fertility of his creativity. So it should grow on, should multiply, should not curtail or hinder his growth. That is why it should be education should be a pleasant journey. It should not be a punishment, according to William Blake. He says, I love to rise in a summer morn. The boy in this first stanza here, I love to rise in a summer morn, and the birds sing on every tree. The distant huntsman is worn, and the skylark sings with me. Oh, what a sweet company. So actually, what the child needs here, melodious song which was sung by the birds, the beauty of the nature, trees, flowers, birds, their song, and he intended to become the part of the nature. So he feels and he thinks that he should not go away from the nature. He must be in the lap of the nature itself. That is why I love to rise in a summer morn. Summer morning it is, he says. He wants to get up very early in the morning. The dawn we consider, dawn, when all the activities begin in our nature. Birds, they start to sing their songs. Flowers, they bloom. All the activities in our rural areas or anywhere will be started at the time. I love to rise in a summer morn. Very early morning, I want to get up. For what purpose? And the birds sing on every tree. At that time, birds sing on every tree. Birds sing on every tree. Each and every tree becomes the nest. The tree itself becomes the nest from where he can listen the melodious song which were sung by birds. When the birds sing on every tree, the distant huntsman winds his horn. The distant huntsman. The far away, there is a hunter. He makes the sound of his horn. His horn, an instrument to make a sound, horn. All are very simple, ordinary, but beautiful and reaching. When the birds sing on every tree, I love to rise, I like to get up very early in the summer morning, and at that time birds, they sing a beautiful, that melodious, better called melodious, sweet song sitting on the branches of trees. At that same time, the faraway hunter will be there, and he makes the sound of his horn. He's an instrument of making sound, horn. At the same time, and the skylark, bird sings with me. And he says that the bird, skylark, sings with that bird melodiously, that bird sings with him. Oh, what a sweet company. See here. Oh, what a sweet company. Here, he says, all these are meant for him only. Nature, the flower, melodious sound, chirping sound of birds, and the trees, hunter, he is hunting, the sound here, which is made by the hunter, all the activities in the nature, he thinks that all these are meant for him only, for him and with him. Okay, here in the first stanza, we came to know that he wanted to enjoy the sweet company of all these. Here we haven't read a single word of school. Here words are, they mention the beauty of the nature. The beauty of the nature here. I love to rise in summer morning, then listening to the songs, melodious songs of the birds, and even skylark, that bird sings with me, and it is very happy to listen the sound which was made by huntsman far away. Oh, what a beautiful company. Really, it is a very beautiful company. And the child forever wanted to nourish and enjoy the happiness, the pleasant moment, that phase of his life in the nature. So it is first stanza. See the second stanza, it is exactly opposite of first one. In first stanza here, he says, I love to rise in a summer morn. Second stanza, but I don't want to go to school. But to go to school on a summer morn. On a summer morn, the child or the children, they don't wish to go to school, because suddenly the boy which was there in nature, he is dragged and pushed and into the school, an artificial environment. From natural beauty, he is forced to sit in a particular place with particular things. That is why in this poem we read, the boy which is forced to sit in a particular place with particular objectives, materials, thinking. Even that is why he says, but of course it is right. Everything is right in first stanza. What happened in second stanza? But go to school on a summer morn. No. Oh, it drives all joy away. The whatever joy was there in first stanza, her being with birds with their melodious songs, being with skylark and with song, and then see the beauty of the nature. And here in second stanza, what happened? It takes away all my joy, my happiness, my enthusiasm, my energy, my imagination, my creativity. Says, oh, it drives all joy away, it takes away. To go to school, summer morn, what happens? Here he says, sweet company, he says here, it drives away all the joy, all joy away. Whatever joy he had in the first stanza, it has been taken away. What is the meaning? Under a cruel eye outworn. Under a cruel eye outworn. Here, what is the meaning of outworn? That is exhausted, disappointed. Exhausted and outward meaning exhausted, disappointed, outward. The particular meaning of outward. Cruel eye outward means authoritative way of teaching, authoritative way. That is side further, that is authoritative ways of teaching. Different ways of teaching are there. So the child suddenly he feels he was very free. That is why decide. The child intended to be free but he is forced to sit in a particular place in a cage. That is why here the child is becoming a caged bird, giving everything here or here. Under cruel eye, authoritative way of teaching, he doesn't like. Here, under cruel eye, outward. The little ones, what happens? The little ones spend the day. Children, they spend their day it is. Spend the day, how? In sighing and dismay. Sighing means it is being disappointed, being boring, tiresome, unhappy, unpleasant, impatient. Sighing. Dismay. Here dismay means here feeling of fear or discouragement. Dismay means feeling of fear and discouragement. Two different words. Sighing means in how he is unpleasant, he is impatient, he is unhappy, he is not comfortable. Dismay means feeling of fear, he is in fearsome environment. What is going to happen? What will happen? So, here sighing and dismay. He is not comfortable, he is not happy, he is not pleasant. Hence, here there is a discouragement, there is fear, there is disappointment. That is why he is an impatient, unhappy, unpleasant, only because of it has taken away all joy away. My dear students, here. Further, that is why I said it's exactly opposite of first stanza. As I said, the poem is divided into two parts. First three stanzas, they explain what actually child wants and doesn't want. In the next three stanzas, he hurls, he asks many questions to its parents, to the society, to the world, what actually it is going on. So education should not be a punishment. But that is why these two stanzas are opposite in nature. But to go to school on a summer morn really takes away the joy from that boy, school boy. Why? How? And he doesn't wish to stay under a cruel eye outward, authoritative way of teaching, authoritative way. So the school, the system, and that formal system, it is there, it is mentioned. And little ones, children, real children, little children, they spend the day, simply they spend their innocent, their childhood. How? Sighing and dismay. Sighing in the sense, as I said, being disappointed, being discouraged, being unhappy, being impatient. Day by day, this formal system of education curtails, cuts their imagination, their creativity to the short. As first stanza, this is second stanza. We'll move to third one. Then at times I drooping sit. Here, drooping sit. And spend many anxious hour. Nor in my book can I take delight. Nor sit in a learning's bar, worn through with a dreary shore. School boy. Then What is going to happen when the child enters into the school? There starts. Shower starts. Shower of what? Not a rain. Shower of what? Activities. Different activities of school. Shower of, you may classes, or words, or homework. Shower of homework. Shower of assignment. So, it is exams, results, pass, fail, all these things will be there. And the child doesn't want all these. He wants, and here in this poem, he wants to be in the nature, in the lap of the nature, child. Their imagination, their creativity is more powerful than any adults. If you take the reference of Mahatma Gandhiji, according to Gandhiji, education is a process, not only to the head, but also to the heart and hands. It's a process, head, heart and hand. That is why further, another one, the eminent poet of the romanticism, a romantic age, William Wordsworth, he too refers the child is the father of man. The child is the father of man. Child knows everything. His imagination capacity, his creativity. Take the reference of Rabindranath Tagore, poem, The Playthings. If you give this duster to that child, or the boy or the girl, little children, they play hours together. If we give a broken twig, broken toy, any other thing to the child with his fertile imagination, creativity, it plays hours together. It forgets itself. It forgets itself and will be immersed in its play. And this is possible only for that child, but not for elders. So, the poet William Blake here explains very beautifully regarding the formal system of education. Okay, humdrum realities of life that he has mentioned. Even take another one reference, the Khalil Gibran, a beautiful poem, the poetic essay that is on children. In that, the first line of the poem, your children are not your children, they are the sons and daughters of life's longing. They have come through you, not from you. See the difference, through and from. Your children are not children, they are the sons and daughters of life's longing. Life, there are longings, there are feelings. Life's longings. Hence, that is why there are molds in this society. That is why he opposes. Blake, he is opposing the system. He is not opposing the education. He is opposing the system. Here, a dreary shower, continuous shower takes place. Shower of what? All these routine activities of a school, all these things. Whether it is useful or useless, who knows? The process is going on. That is why in this poem, then at times during my school days, the child, he says, in my school, I drooping sit. Wings are made to open and to fly in the sky to kiss the beautiful sky. But here, I drooping sit my wings. Then spend many an anxious hour. Nor in my book can I take delight, nor sit in learning's bar. It doesn't wish to sit in learning's bar. And further, worn through with a dreary shore. In this stanza, the Boy says, drooping sit means to hang, to hang. Here, to hang, to close his wings. Wings means his fertile imagination, his creativity. So wings meant to fly, not to close or droop and sit. As a caged bird sits in its cage, drooping its wing, it forgets its skill of flying. Skill of flying. Here, further it is. Next, spend many anxious hours. The meaning of anxious hour is, that is restlessness of the boy. Restlessness of the boy. See these words: drooping sit, anxious hour, delight, learning power, dreary shore. See here. Now, the bird, as it is meant to fly, the boy also meant to enjoy his childhood, to extend his imagination and creativity for the next, to spring season and to winter season. So, to spend many, he has to forced to sit in a particular place for longer hours, many anxious hours, restlessness from morning till evening. Take the example of first bell, next bell, third bell, last bell, all these things. All these is going on. It is according to the poet, my dear students. The spend many. Restless, he says, what the restlessness is there in the school? There should be pleasant environment. School should nurture the inbuilt qualities and characters of a child, and spend many and anxious hours. Here in school, the boy, he is restless. He is not happy. He is not happy. Nor in my book can I take delight. No. In that book which he reads, he is not happy. He is not comfortable. He is not pleasant. So, nor sit in learnings, nor here in my book can I take delight. Delight means here happiness. The child says, I am not happy in my book. No. Who wants all these things? Education should not be transformation of information, but it is happening like that only. Okay. Here, nor in my book can I take delight. No, I am not happy in my book. Then, nor sit in a learning's bower. Learning's bower. Here it is, learning's bower. It is meant metaphor as school. Learning's bower means metaphor for school. It is school. What is the meaning of bower actually? The meaning of bower is, bower means pleasant, a pleasant, contented place under the shade of a tree. Very pleasant, very happy, delightful, and which gives happiness to mind and heart. Such a place under a shade of tree. Learning's bower. Learning's bower, in the sense it is mentioned, learning's bower means school. Nor sit in learning's bower, metaphor to school. Either I am not interested in text nor in school, because I am forced to sit many hours being restless and closing my wings, drooping my wings, hanging my wings. I too forget for what purpose these wings are made for. Then, even if you refer Kuyampo in Kannada literature, there he says, "O my soul, be infinite. Be infinite. Don't build a house of clay. Don't build a house of clay. Don't stop. Your journey must be eternal. Okay? So, he says, it's a very beautiful explanation. Then, over and through. I am fed up of all these things. I am fed up of all these activities with a dreary shower. Her dreary shower means emphasizes tiresome aspects of the school. Which are the tiresome aspects of a school? To play? No, it is not tiresome aspect of it. Taking the reference of children, the poet is speaking, not adults. Okay, dreary shower means tiresome aspects of the school. Which are the tiresome aspects of the school? So, going to school and being there for longer hour, attending the, considering the kids, the children, little children, they feel it as hectic, unwanted, unpleasant, bored, tiresome, unhappy. That is why they become impatient. So here, that is why in the third stanza says, then at times I drooping sit and spend many. So I am forced to spend many hours in the school being restless. And I am not interested, I am not happy in my book, nor sit in learning's power, school also. Learning's power means school. Fed up of all the activities which are taking place in school, they are just like a dreary shower, tiresome activities of school. Here, class after class, shower of words, lectures, as I said, homework, results, as I said, pass, fail, all these distinction, rank, result, all these things, he says, dreary shower. See here, compare this stanza with first stanza. Here, I love to rise. See the happiness of the boy in this stanza. See the same boy in second stanza. See the same boy in third stanza. How the boy that communicating his likes and dislikes to the parents and to the society. Here, first stanza he says his happiness. In second stanza, so I don't want to go to school because it takes away all my joy, and I don't want to sit under authoritarian way of teaching. And little ones, they spend their day how? Being bored, disappointed, impatient, and under discouragement. And further it is in third stanza he says, I have to sit where? I am a caged bird. I am caged bird. The boy says, I am caged bird. I am drooping sit. I am forced to close all my wings. Wings means here creativity, talent, his imagination, his love towards nature, everything. And he is forced to sit many hours in the school and being restless. And then he is not happy in the book as well as in school, because all the activities, tiresome activities of the school made him unhappy. So these three stanzas, my dear students, it's a very beautiful poem. Here the poet is criticizing the experience of learning. That is why this poem is taken from Songs of Experience. Okay, the remaining three stanzas will be discussed in our next class. Have a good day. Take care.